Show up as often as you're able so that your teammates know they can depend on at least you. People are more apt to show up to practices and games if they know others will show. So don't sabotage yourself by creating an environment in which that trust is low. Driving to forfeited games is the surest way to discourage parents to quit their efforts. You can be content with what you have, but you can also choose not to be. You can be dismayed by temporary failures, or you can choose to keep striving onward. It's a funny thing about life. If you refuse to accept anything but the best, you very often get it. Imagine the story of the tortoise and the hare. Only now, the tortoise is the one taking all the breaks. For sports, the best players are more apt to constantly work out than the lesser talented players due to the confidence they've developed, making it even more impossible for the tortoise to win. The best way to win a race is to keep moving. I once had a young player who wanted to be great, so we played him with the older group. He got destroyed every game, but improved wildly. One day his mom begged the coach to play him at his age, so he could see his greatness. But the player found out and demanded to remain on the older team. And that's the mindset that eventually made him great. What's up, guys? How you doing, man? Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? We're here with Limitless Hoops once again. If you got your books, take them out. If you don't have your books, you get your books. All right, and you have a chance to purchase books and other merchandise like some swag, 50 All-Star stuff at our award ceremony coming up here on December 12th. Make sure you guys sign up for that. I have something very special planned, and oh man, if it doesn't go down well, it's gonna suck so much. But one of you guys will win a free year's membership, basically $1,500 plus $1,000 worth of coins that you can that can go toward merchandise, can go toward private sessions, stuff like that. It can go toward whatever because you get a whole bunch of coins, and it can even go toward, if you save it for a year, for doing the raffle again and winning the raffle again. Heck, I mean, if you have that many coins, right? How much is and it's only 20 coins, but I don't know if anyone's gonna purchase it, all right? Because it's a $50 a ticket raffle. All right, you can buy some online. We sent the link out, but no one's bought one yet. So if someone buys a raffle ticket for $50, they're gonna win the $1,500 plus $1,000, so $2,500 award. So I mean, you might as well do it. You might as well do it. What's up, Connor Rush? Be sure to buy a raffle ticket again. I sent the link with extra stuff, and why we do that for such a cheap price is so we can get money up front, basically. So we can keep the program going, so the program doesn't die. We have to pay for the gym every single month, so it does help us out a lot. We will be sending a message out to all the parents and stuff like that to let them know exactly what. It's also tax deductible, yes. But the cool part is we have buried the treasure, all right. And I was thinking about having the whole team go out together and like helping the person find the buried treasure. You get coordinates and stuff like that, but it's a really cool thing. And I want to videotape it to make it like a mini movie. I think that would be really dope. It's an actual treasure map. I don't know. I'm really hyped for it. I think it's going to be like the coolest thing ever. I told the kids today, and they were like, what? You buried it? Like, they were like super excited. And I don't want the parents to ruin it, so I got to get the kids there. So get hyped. Come to the award ceremony. Next thing we got is we had a tournament today. Tournament is done. Only 3 games, and we got a team going somehow, some way. We got Isaiah there. Isaiah, the 2nd grader, came. Derek, the 1st grader, showed up. Then we got 2 7th graders, and Jake and I always forget one of their names, no matter which way I say it. Jake and Zach. There you go. I'm always like Zach and. Anyways, Jake and Zach came, 2 7th graders, and we had Taylor as the 5th grader. We played in the 6th grade division. We did lose every game, but we lost by like 4. Then we lost by like 2, and then we lost by like 15 in the last game. But I mean, we were up against it. I mean, it would have been tough, even though the teams weren't amazing. It would have been tough for us to win. And I mean, because Zach was kind of bigger than them all, they really weren't calling fouls for them. Like honestly, and I'm not that type of person to like be like the refs aren't calling fouls. All right. But yeah, he was getting hacked. But I think that might have been his first time ever experiencing that. Because if you're a bigger player, like LeBron, like Shaq, and people hit you, it doesn't. Yeah, the refs don't really care. They don't really. They're kind of biased in that regard. So it's hard to draw a foul if you're the bigger, stronger player. So what that means is, you kind of just have to handle it. All right, so make sure you guys are handling things like that. And but the games were good. The games went off. Everyone did well. Even the small kids, they figured stuff out. Got a few passes in, passed back. Isaiah got a couple shots off. I mean, what else was there? I thought we did better throughout as we went as we went on. One part that we struggled with was being aggressive. Every team was more aggressive than we were. Every single team that we played against, they had like 3 guys on the ball that they wanted it so bad, and our kids were scared, like legit scared. All right, and Jake though was the one lone exception, and Jake just went he went at them. All right, and with his fast twitch muscle fiber and his speed, he went at them. He has no fear. All right, Zach had to like learn to get to that level, and it was tough. All right, but again, we had fun, had a great tournament, and our next one is in December. If the 9th graders want to play,
You guys can. I'll find like an 8th grade league, especially like for Rohit and like Lucas and whoever else we might get, and we can put us in an 8th grade division that's like above your pay grade even, and include the 7th graders. That could actually work. So let me know if you guys can play on December 18th if you're out there. What's up, Rohit? Daz? They care for the crybaby. No, hey, honestly, I think you could have handled it. I think Connor could have handled it. Maybe Rohit. Blaze could not. All right? When you get hit and the refs don't call it, and then you're so strong like Blaze, and you touch them and they call a foul, that gets pretty annoying pretty fast. All right? And you've seen Blaze, right? I mean, you know what? I've been in that position too. And it is really frustrating because I'm like, I can hurt these guys, right? I can stop them from fouling me. I want you, ref, to stop them from fouling, but if you can't do it, I will stop them. And that empowerment, knowing that you can stop it, it makes you even more frustrated because you're just going to get kicked out the game. And you're like, oh! But if you can't do anything about it, you're just like too weak, then you just take the butt whipping. But when you are strong, man, it is so hard to just get hit and just take it. It is so hard. I think I do a pretty decent job. So before you call people LaCry Baby and Shaquille O'Neal, I know that they are experiencing the game from a very different point of view. And same with like Jokic. Him getting mad at that guy, that was building up over the years. And I mean, like, you either complain to the refs and get some calls, or you don't complain like Jokic never complains and get no calls. Which one you going to do? Just lose? And just let Crybaby win every game? I don't know, man. It's tough. It was annoying that one game you had me play because they were like blatantly, obviously fouling. Yeah, no, but no, you handled that one game though. You definitely handled that one game. I remember that game. They weren't hitting you like so crazy. Not as hard as they were hitting Zach today. They were like, boom in his face, and they were not calling it. So it's hard, but I thought you did a great job. You did not complain. You didn't start going slow or anything. That was good. But it is a very, very hard thing to handle. Unfairness, I think, is the hard part. And then when you include unfairness with pain, it's like, dude, I'm not a robot, right? Anyways, real quick, I watched a movie last night. And normally we just talk about the movies in the book, right? In the beginning, it tells you what month's movie to watch. And you're supposed to watch it and then do like a video report on it, right? But in the whatever the movies are for this month, but I watched one that is a new movie, and it's called King Richard. All right, it's about Venus and Serena Williams, the tennis players, and mainly about their dad. Right, a few takeaways. I don't want to spoil any of it, but it's pretty good. One, two. It's hilarious how much like the guy's a lot like I am. All right, but a few of the coaches in there, they had their own little quirks. But the dad, he had an 80-something page manifesto written out before the girls were even born about tennis and how they were going to become great, and like followed it to the T. I'm going to do this, and every time that they got like these coaches got the girls, they were like, "Whoa, you taught them all this?" And it was like pretty cool. And they would go out like in the freaking rain and stuff like that. They had child protection services calling them because like the mom and dad, the neighbors thought that they were too like rough on the kids. And the other kids, every kid has straight A's, all five girls in the family. But these two, and it was mainly just on one because it was Venus at first. And Venus at first. They hid Serena. All right, and the two things that stuck out that stood out was, one, everyone thought that they were like too rough on the kids, but the kids loved it, and the kids weren't complaining. So is that being too rough? It was the kids' decision. All right, that's not too rough. And every time we said like good night, and the kids were like, night, Dad. And I don't know what would happen if they didn't, but it seemed like the kids were willing participants in this, and that makes it so much easier. When the coach doesn't have to like scream and like yell at you, that makes it really easy. And two, he was overly obsessed with their mentality through it all, trying not to add too much pressure. Yes, he was hard on them during training, but he didn't want to add that much pressure and was actually disgusted by youth sports and all the parents. So he pulled them out of matches. He didn't let them play. She went like 63-0 in juniors after he finally let her play in juniors, which took forever. And he finally let her play. Then he took her out and said, I don't like this. And then he took her out for 3 years. She didn't play a game. For 3 years. She practiced tennis every single day. She's at this like tennis academy that's like world famous. And for 3 years she didn't play. She just trained. And then when she like finally came out of playing, she played against a 30-year-old pro at the age of 14 and beat her. And then the next game was against the number one player in the entire world. All right, and they were like, the phenom. Everyone knew she was amazing. And I think with that kind of deliberate training, man, it reminds me of Kevin Durant, dude. Just training to get better. And the Florida place that she went to, the coach there goes, he's like giving his whole spiel. He's like, I got a 222-point plan to make you the greatest tennis players of all time. If you can master all 222, you're going to be great. By the time you're done here, you're going to know all 222 things. And I was like, that sounds a lot like me, except for one thing. I don't have 222 things for you to master. I have 296. 296 things for you to master, and it's at the back of the book. It's at the back of the book. You can see it, and this is the book that everyone got. It's the small one too. All right, they're all the workouts that we have, and if you master them, like the rhythm drill, like scissor ladders to shots, all the control drill, communicating, all the motion drills, mobility, the mentality drills, the post play, the positioning, all that stuff, pick and roll, retreat to pass. If you just master each one, yes, you made it. You're like towards your top level. Oh my God! And I've gotten a few people to almost master those things. All right, the best one ever was Emma Godfrey. I knew every single one of those things. All I had to do was just say it, and boom, she's doing the drill perfectly. All right, and if you're like that, man, that's exciting. And I have the roadmap for you guys, and it's right there, 296 things, and y'all will learn it. All right. Anyways, is open gym at 7. There is no open gym tomorrow, but there is shooting on Sunday. Open gym, no, wait, yeah. Oh, today is Saturday. So yes, there was no open gym today. But tomorrow, there's that. But if you're talking about something else, I don't know what y'all doing. But yes, all right, let's move on. So that's King Richard. Watch that movie. Quote of the day is, relax. Relax. Don't do it. I don't know how the song goes, but yes, relax. The word, the quote of the day on Sunday, it's a one-word quote, relax. All right, the game that we lost by a few points, it was actually, it was actually the best game that we played. We were up by 4 with a minute and a half to go. Then no one relaxed. We kind of just, in the next 37 seconds, we had 4 turnovers. They had like 4 rebounds. The other team, they had at least 3 or 4 wide open shots from the block. We couldn't even stop them from there. It wasn't like they were getting threes and like doing moves. It was just wide open. We just weren't getting back, and we just completely fell apart. All it would have taken for us to win was someone to just take the ball and say stop. And with like, let's say like a minute 30 left, if someone without the shot clock just stops, what do you have to do? You have to foul them on purpose. That's how bad it was. All right. All we had to do was hold on to the ball, and we couldn't do it, and we just went crazy. I think Jake threw 2 bullet passes to Derek, like at his head. It was like, what is going on? And they got nervous. They were just nervous. But we need a superstar or just a really calm person to do it. And I told them, I said the one that I maybe blame the most for that isn't Isaiah, 'cause he's a spaz. It's not Derek, he's a spaz. It's not Jake, he's kind of a spaz. But like maybe Zach. But he was kind of like getting hit a lot and like was like, disturbed. But the most was Taylor. Kawhi Leonard. She has the calm face. And even if she's not calm on the inside, she shows a calm demeanor. She needs to be the leader out there during that time and be like, hey. Maybe not even dribble the ball. Just tell someone, slow down. And I was screaming slow down, but when you're screaming, people just hear screaming. All right, so we got to relax at some point in time, and it's time to win, especially when it's time to win. So we had that game, but yeah, that was a tough one. All right, no, he said possibly in the future. Yes, possibly in the future for the 7 p.m. Once I talk to the guy, but the guy's on vacation right now. Yeah. All right, weekend form shots for elementary shooting tomorrow. All right, this is with your weekend. Make sure that your left foot is in front for weekend form shots, and you get in close. You read the ball, you turn the ball with your legs already bent, and then you add the other hand, but don't touch the ball, and then you shoot just your form shots. Why we do this is to make our left hand better, but also to teach ourselves how to shoot. Because when you shoot the ball with your strong hand, I mean, you're just kind of used to it, right? You want to get your foot in the correct direction. You want to make sure that your toes are straight. You want to make sure that your fingers are spread. And basically, if you teach form shooting to your left hand, your right arm is going to get better. All right, that's the goal. And make sure that you're extending with both arms. Make sure that your tippy toes are up in the air. You shoot the most perfect form shot with your weak hand, and then you can help your right hand get even better. Help your mind understand it better. But you can also get your floater in check. Right? If you happen to shoot that left-hand floater. Or maybe one day you're shooting an actual jump shot with both hands, like your Kobe Bryant or LeBron James or Elgin Baylor. All right, people that could do that stuff. Who else can do that? Shoot with both arms. Oh, what's his name? Michael Conley. He can legit shoot with both hands. Pretty cool. All right, then we have pro hop. Drives an athletic evasive jump stop. All right, when you're driving from the wing to the block, you bounce the ball, then you go to the middle. We do this on back down series as well. This is if you're driving past your man, and he's running on your side, and then someone's trying to take a charge. Is how you split them in between. Make sure that your opposite hand is right here, open. All right, and then you take the ball, go rainbow stomp as you're jumping toward the middle, and you can pass off it or finish at the hoop. It just quickly gets yourself into the key. Pick and roll, pass the pop. All right, this is if there is a weak show and there is help side. All right, so we're coming off the screen and they kind of show they're there, and then instead of rolling, because rolling it would be the pick and roll would be the normal thing to do. If there's help side, the person who's just screened is going to turn, see the help side, and then flare to the corner instead. And you're going to take the ball, get double teamed, take one more dribble, 2 hands on the ball, then hook pass it to him. And that's what we practice on pick and pop, all right, or pass to pop. Step back, we just practice our step back dribble, but you have to make sure that you're selling the drive when you do this, all right? So off the penetration, make sure that you lower your shoulder on the dribble, all right, and so that they truly believe that you're going to drive. And then on the dribble, you dribble backwards basically as you jump back, and then you get the ball. But by the time that your foot lands on the ground, the ball's already up to your shooting spot, all right? And you can try it from both sides, but if you're right-handed and you go left, that was easier. If you're right-handed and you go to the right because you're moving your right foot first because you want your left foot as your pivot foot, now it's 1-2 steps and your opposite shoulder has to go forward, and then you have to jump back and twist. It's way harder to go to your strong side. Next one, we got pump to dribble bank shots. This is just a pump fake, bounce the ball once or twice to a bank shot. And it's just getting to your angle, pulling up quickly, and understanding that the glass is your friend because they can't block the ball 2 different places. So if you can't shoot one shot, just change it and shoot a bank shot. And when you shoot a bank shot, do not aim straight. Make sure that you aim with arc so the ball hits the backboard on its way down. After the apex of the shot, the ball comes back down. That's when you hit the backboard, so it can have some touch on your bank shot. And then last one is the 3-point contest where we gamble for money, but no one's ever gambled. Bring your coins to shooting to gamble some coins, guys. You guys are chickens, man. All right, as Rohit said, I know I'm going to lose. Stop it. All right, next one. What do we have here? We got homework. Let's check the homework out real quick. Only I'm posting. Only John. I'm doing my homework. I do more homework than you guys a day. All right, at this stuff between starting the show and also posting those video scribe things, the little drawing things. Yo, I'm killing y'all in the homework department. There goes one. Connor Rush, bicep, tricep, bicep, triceps, bicep and triceps. That's a decent workout. All right, as long as you're doing something, but make sure that you can do everything in the future. If you're doing your challenges, you guys should be on the challenge cards. All right, and the cards are Again, if you guys are ninth graders, open up the ninth grade book. Turn to November. It's almost 20th. What is it? 15th. What is today? Oh, it's the 20th. Wait, isn't it someone's birthday? Isn't it Finn's birthday? Happy birthday, Finn Kaufman. All right. But yes, if you're on it, you are continue with day 21 of the workout card. 10 minutes of ball handling. Have you been doing your 10 minutes of ball handling, you guys? Have you been doing that? Have you been doing it? 100 push-ups, 200 jump shots. Now that would be good enough right there. 200 jump shots is great. And 10 minutes of jump rope. That stuff is stuff. You posted today. So you did all the challenge stuff in the book. All right. That one's tough, and I think you guys have about 10 more days of that stuff. And then after that, and after you finish this one, at the end of the month, you're doing the 4-week weekly improvement challenge. I'm actually excited for that one. There's the weekly improvement challenge, and this one can actually be done at your own practices at your school. And basically, what you do is, you write down something that you struggled at during your practice. That's it. Write down one thing that you struggled at during your practice. And then the next day, write down the next thing that you struggled at. One more thing. Then you pick those 7 things for that week. Whether you do our workouts or their workouts, whatever. And then the next week, you show up 30 minutes early to practice. And you take those 7 things and you work on them for 4 minutes apiece. That's it. Whatever it is, whether it be like strength, I don't know, push-ups, finishing layup, I don't know, you struggled at a step back, whatever you struggled at during practice, like, dude, I shouldn't have made that pass. I should have passed with my left hand instead of my right. Get against the wall, throw with your left hand. And you take those 7 things from the previous week and you work on them 4 minutes a day each for 30 minutes before practice, or whenever you're not allowed to like shoot it again. And if you don't have a gym, figure it out anyways. Just pick the jump rope or something like that. Pick stuff that you can work on outside of like just the court. And then during the week while you're working 30 minutes before practice, you want to write a new thing down for that day. Once the actual workout or practice starts, you write a new thing. So these things are like stacking on top of each other. You're doing your 30 minutes before practice, and then you pick a new thing for the following week. And then the following week comes, and then you have a new 7 things. Then you work on them each for 4 minutes a day. Does that make sense? All right, so that would be amazing. No one's ever done the improvement challenge. That one's a very, very good one, and you guys should be like that anyways. It should automatically be like that. Basically, your coach should like question you and be like, "You need to," and you gotta be like, "Yeah," and then boom, you start working on it. If you can't do it before practice, do it after practice. Do it anytime. Or you can post it as homework. All right. Get to our story of the day real quick.
Somewhere behind the athlete you've become, in the hours of practice, and the coaches who have pushed you, is a little kid who fell in love with the game and never looked back. Play for that kid.
I'll say definitely don't forget where you started, how you started. Play for that kid. All right. You one day you will forget like why it was such a great game to begin with. Don't forget that. All right. The kid wanted to make it to the NBA. You're playing for him. All right. The entire goal is to win for that kid, so that kid like appreciates you. If that kid were on the sideline watching you, he's just like he's helpless. He can do nothing because he's in the past. What's done is done. He's looking at you and he's like cheering you on. He's like, please do it. Please do it, future Connor. Please do it, future Rohit. Please do it. Do it for your past self. If you're not going to do it for anyone else, do it for your past self, and do it especially for your past self. And we have trivia. All right, trivia question today is, who was the first high school player selected first overall in the NBA draft? Who was the first high school player selected first overall in the NBA draft? And today is Finn Kaufman's birthday. I believe it's his birthday, right? Is that what the main page says? Let me check. On the bottom of the main page, what do we have here? Oh, where's my main page? The countdown page. on the bottom countdown page. Finn Kaufman, 11/20/2006. Yes, it is his 15th birthday. Happy birthday to Finn Kaufman. But he's not here for the trivia, so you guys get to catch Finn Kaufman for the trivia. All right, if you can. Who is it? Kwame Brown, and that is the answer. All right, and to read it off, we got under team president Michael Jordan, the Wizards selected the center first overall in 2001 draft. He never lived up to the hype, however. That's so sad that that's like in his bio. And bounced around various teams in the league until finishing his lackluster career in 2013. He had a 12-year NBA career, so they can shut up. All right, that's still pretty amazing. We would all kill for that. So, yes, congratulations. You actually knew that? Or did you look it up even though you thought that you knew it? Even though you thought you knew it, did you look it up anyways before you put the answer down? I thought it was someone earlier, though. All right, you knew this. Fair enough. All right, let's finish up with our middle school stuff real quick. Like, we got film shot breakdown for the middle schoolers, swoop layup, rocker step, floaters, pump fake to dribble J. And then for the high school, you guys have reverse Mikins, ball tap, readjust layup. That's a good one. Tatum in and out series, pump fake, jab, step back, and deep threes. So we are starting to repeat some workouts. So this is your second time going through this, maybe even your second time going through this stuff. So make sure you guys do it better and better and better, and we're going to get better and better and better. All right? What do we have for the picture today? Oh, sad. I hate when this happens. Even if it happens to like a mortal enemy in my team, I'm like, what? Because in the end, it's a game, dude. Colin Sexton's season-ending injuries, another blow to one of the NBA's most surprising teams. Oh, man. Like, injuries suck, dude. You don't want to be, like, scared of them because that will actually get you injured. All right? But all the injuries, man, that's one of the sad parts of the game. But what you have to do, just like before you get injured, you have to do it after you get injured, okay? You're playing 3 games, all right? You can't just play one game. If you play just one game, you're going to suck. The one game is basketball, all right? That's the game that you're playing. That's the game that you love. But the second game is preparation. Do you love shooting 500 shots a day? Do you love working out? Do you love sprints? Do you love strength training? Do you love injury prevention stuff? All right? And if you love running and love lifting weights, you're going to be a heck of a player. You're going to do that other one so well. All right? So the playing and then the preparation. All right? It's playing and there's preparation. If you do the preparation, you're going to be a much better player. If you love these two things, they're going to go side by side. But then the other one, though, the sad one is the comeback or rehab. That's when an unfortunate thing happens, can you come back? All right, when the coach doesn't play you and he destroys your mentality, when your parents are too mean, there's too much pressure on you, when the other team's too good, when you get injured and it wasn't even your fault and you just fall, break your leg, can you come back from that? When it's going to be 9 months out and you're super sad and you have no reason, when you get cut from the team for no reason, can you come back? The comeback. All right? There's 3 games, and it's preparation, playing, and the comeback. I wish I started with the P, but who cares? All right? Preparation, playing, and the comeback. And if you love all 3 of those, you're someone special. If right when it starts, you're just dude, I'll be like Venus and Serena Williams. I just want to practice. Of course, they had a fight. They fought their dad on that one. Their dad didn't even want them to turn pro when they were 14. But they did love the practice. If you love the practice, you're a very special player. Then if you love playing, of course, you're great. But if you also, as soon as you get injured, you're I'm on the comeback road. Like Amy Van Dyken. Is that her name? Yeah. She was a swimmer. She broke her back off of ATV. And as she's getting pulled into the, she became a paraplegic that day. As she's getting put into the ambulance, she goes, I'm coming back from this. And I'm going to be an advocate for paraplegics. She knew. And she still was I'm coming back from this immediately. She had that Olympic training in her mind. So, man, and like the way Kobe came back, the way Russell Westbrook came back from his injuries. If you can do that, you're someone special. So all three of them, and I hope that Colin Sexton is one of those people, and then he comes back even stronger. So whatever happens to you guys, don't forget those three things: love to prepare, love to play, and then love to come back if something bad happens. All right. Anyways, that's my time. Know that the quote of the day is relax, relax, relax. All right, and I will see anyone showing up tomorrow for the shooting. I will see y'all then. Have a great day, great weekend. Do your homework, do your homework, do your homework. All right, bye everybody. Peace.